Hey, everybody. Welcome to our third installment of Tuesday Talk with Dee and E. Of course, I'm Ennis Fan, and
I'm Dee Carter.
again, hey, everybody. First of all, thank you guys for all your comments and questions and response we've gotten to our first two, so keep it up. We enjoy it. I want to talk to you about something today that is really, really important. I guess you say we talk about something really important every week. That's why we do these.
Absolutely.
How many of you know somebody or would be in a situation if your spouse or significant other passed away that you would have a tough time making the house payments by yourself? Well, that's what we want to talk about today, is something called a home protector. I personally know people who have spouses have passed away and they had to sell the house, and them and the children had to move into something smaller. Well, this puts a plan in place to make sure that if the unexpected happens, the other spouse and the children don't have to move. And in fact, they don't even have to make house payments anymore. The house is paid for. So we want to talk a little bit about the home protector today and why it's something, if you are a homeowner, you certainly should think about and consider about protecting yourself and your future. There are a lot of components to it, so I'm gonna let Dee talk a little bit about the living benefits and everything that happens if you don't die and you live, how it benefits you. Because I know y'all hate talking about like, oh, I'm gonna be gone. Well, let's talk about what it'll do for you while you're living.
Absolutely. The home protector is something that is good to have in place if you own your home, because a lot of people say, okay, we already have life insurance. But do you honestly want the life insurance to absolutely have to pay for your home? You want those benefits to be able to go to doing something else if you already have a policy. Okay, if you already have a policy and say you want to leave your kids this amount and that amount, great. Okay, but covering your home is something different, because they can use those funds to cover the home, the living benefits, because it's not always about, dying. We want to make sure that if something happens to you, unemployment, any critical illness, the ADL, what is it? When
Activities of daily living.
Activities of daily living. If something does come up to where you can't perform those just normal activities of daily living, then that's something that you can borrow against this policy as well. The return on your premium. That's basically a life insurance way of saying that you can get some of your money back that you put into the policy. But more than that, I've had people not just pass away, and they lose the house. What if you are unemployed? And so unemployment is something that does happen, unfortunately. We're about to go through a pretty rough patch if you're keeping up with the news. But that's something that does happen. And being able to pay that mortgage, and that's something that you don't have to worry about. It's just something else to take off of your mind. If you do have a mortgage, you need a policy like the home protector to be able to take care of your mortgage if anything were to ever happen during unemployment. And so that's one of the main reasons why I do like this policy, is because it's more than just, oh, well, you could pay your house off when you die, or it's already taken care of, so they don't have to worry about that. Whoever they is that you're leaving behind, that they don't have to worry about it. The home piece of it is already taken care of.
And just to add, the big thing that we talk a lot about with our agency is living benefits. Dee kind of alluded to them. If you're 35, 45, you may not die before 65, but at some point you're gonna be what?
Sick, hurt, can't work.
Sick, hurt, and can't work. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you go to the gym. You're gonna be sick, hurt, and can't work at some point between 35 and 65. And they will come get your car, get your house, they gonna do all that. So what this does is, if you're disabled, you can get up to $2,000 a month, up to 24 months. If you have a critical illness, heart attack, cancer, stroke, kidney failure, now you can get a big lump sum of money to help take care of medical bills, maintain your household. You don't have to worry about all that. Now all you have to do is worry about getting well. Mm-hmm. We also have where you, as Dee mentioned, if you're out of work, you don't have to make your premiums anymore for up to 6 months till you find another job. We also have accelerated death benefits. If the doctor says you're gonna die within a year, you can get as much of the policy now to help with bills or whatever you need. Number two, if you have a chronic illness, like, let's say you end up in a nursing home, you can use 2.5% of the face amount to help take care of your nursing home bill.
Yeah.
If you have a, what's the other one? That chronic illness, critical illness, confined care. That's it. It'll take care of that as well.
Yes.
So, hey, it's money while you're living. But here's the beautiful part. Let's say you're 40 and the house will be paid off in 30 years, so you'll be 70. Well, by the time you're 70, the house will be paid for. Kids should be grown and gone. Grandkids may be around sometime. They may be in another state. You don't know. So you have a choice. You can either get 75% of the money you paid back. So for example, if you had a $250,000 policy, you could get up to $65,000 back.
Yes.
When the 30 years is up. You can take that $65,000 tax-free, go buy your new F-150 or a big screen TV, whatever it is, or just blow through the money. But let's say you're at 70, you got a decent retirement, you don't need the $65,000. You can take that same policy and convert it into a $150,000 paid up policy. No premiums you got to pay. You're done. You got a $150,000 policy paid up for your spouse. All right. So let's things go like we think they might, and you die before the spouse. She gets the $150,000, or he does, whoever the spouse is. Okay. But let's say that doesn't happen, and the spouse dies first. Children live in another state. That happens now. So now you can use that. You end up in a nursing home. Okay. So now you can take that $150,000 policy and turn it into a long-term care policy to take care of your nursing home stay, so the kids don't have to be trying to help keep you up, or you lose the house, to the state because you didn't have any money when you went to the nursing home.
Yeah. Also, too, want to point out that you can wait until that policy ends and get that lump sum, but things happen to your home. You can borrow from this policy throughout the term of the policy, throughout the time of the policy too. And so the return of premium is not only for the end, even though it's great to leave it there and collect it at the end of when you want to collect it, but the good thing about it is that if things happen within the house, things happen throughout life, that return of premium is available for you to borrow from throughout the policy as well.
Okay. Well, that is the Home Protector. Protect your home, protect your family, protect your future. Reach out to Dee, reach out to me, inbox us, call us, whatever. We're here. We can walk through different scenarios and put a plan in place that protects you and your family, not only today, but also for the future. This is our third installment of Tuesday Talk with Dee and E. We'll see you next week.
See ya. Peace.